Hey, what you're looking at here is a 24-year-old carpet that's been saved from water damage. In this video, I'm going to show you how to repair a damaged carpet from like a flood or any kind of water leak. What you will not see in the video is the removal of the carpet. So that might be specific to your car. This is from a 1996 318 Ti BMW. That's the carpet that you're looking at. And your carpet obviously might be different, but the steps to remove it will be different. So I'm going from once you already removed it. This is a carpet that's already been removed and repaired. And here on Project Beamers, you'll see the following steps. Thanks for watching. Okay, the next thing you want to do when you got a carpet that's been drowned out in water or flooded from damage, once you remove it, by any means necessary, I don't know what car you have, but try your best to remove it completely from the car. That's the best way because you want to get it completely dry. One method you could use, which is very good, is a carpet extractor, but I don't have one at the moment, so you gotta do the next best thing is use a vacuum, a wet vac, and you're gonna want to squeeze and wring this carpet out like as much as you can. Squeeze it, right? But as you've noticed, what I just did when I wrung it out, you see how it cracks there? So you're gonna get a lot of areas that are cracked like that, okay? So what you do with those areas, you want to just circle them, right? I'll tell you why later. This is just a black Sharpie, so you just want to use it to circle all the areas where you got cracking and any kind of like damage. So you want to do a visual. Got any kind of damage like that. Reason why is because that's where, if this ever happens, God forbid, again to you, those are going to be your weak points right there, where water is going to get in the carpet and that's going to just get soaked. Okay, so this is why it's imperative when you're doing this job to completely remove the carpet, because it's the only time you're going to get to see under the carpet. You get to see the condition of your carpet. So now what we do is we do some repair. Before any repair work is done, we want to make sure it's completely dry. So a heat gun, or if you don't have any, a blow dryer, standard blow dryer, and you want to just heat up or blow out areas where you can put your hand down and you can still feel if it's like damp or whatever. Like I still feel it's kind of damp in this area. If it's damp in that area, that means like imagine a sponge. This would be like a sponge that done soaked up water, and since the water's soaked in there, you know, it's in there, so you can't really wring it out as best as you can if possible. So the heat gun is going to try to get that water out. So you could squeeze with your hand, squeeze as hard as you can. You'll see water starting to come out, and then heat that up or get it up with the shop vac. And then the next thing is, once you circle all of these to assess the damage, you're going to count how many of these circles you have and measure the length of the damage. And then you're going to see how much material for the fixing that you're going to need. Because we're going to use some like Flex Seal, some tape to seal up all these areas so that no more water would be able to get in through the exposed damage. Okay? And then once that's done, we'll turn the carpet around. See the condition of the carpet, and maybe want to get a respray on there, depending on what color you have. You want to spray it. If you follow these steps and you do this systematically, carpet will be good as new. And it sucks that you had to go through water damage or a flood or some kind of leak in order for you to get to this. But sometimes you got to make the best out of a bad situation. So the car flooded, you had to take the carpet out, look at the carpet, fix the carpet up, make it as good as new, and then put it in the car. Okay, so there you go. I'll be back in the next steps because there's a couple things I still have to do, like seal that stuff up like I just told you, and I'll show you when that's all done how it looks. All right, now it's time for the repair. So as I showed you guys before, there was some areas where there was some cracks. So pretty much I'm just patching them. That little piece of tape got stuck on that the paper got stuck under there. That shit was not coming off for nothing. So pretty much all you do is like you peel off from the roll. It's called Flex Seal tape. It's a sealant tape. Now what I want to do with it is like if you see there's a hole right there, right? So if there was water ever leaking in here again, the water would go directly in there, and inside of there is like a sponge, so this would soak up and, you know, gets completely soaked with water. There's not supposed to be a hole there. Originally this material supposed to be kind of water resistant, but if water starts sitting in an area for too long, it's going to soak it up, so there's nothing it can do. And over time, carpet's over 20 years old, it starts to break up. So an example of what I'm doing, let's say that big ass hole right there, right? Water would get in there, so I'll cut off a piece of this Flex Seal and I'll just put it on there, and I'll completely seal that up, right? So there'll be a patch there, and you see like there's a crack in here, so I would cut off a longer piece like this and I'll seal it like I did it on the other side. I did one over here as well, these patches. And I'll just do that all the way around where I drew those circles earlier with the marker. That's why I drew those, so that I can see areas where it needs some repair. And this is the one of the final steps, not the last step. The last step would be turning the carpet around, inspecting it, seeing for any discoloration or anything like that, and then giving a respray. And then pretty much the carpet will be good as new and ready to install. So I'm going to continue sealing up these areas that need repair, and I'll be back with you. Just peel it off. That's very, very sticky. Apply it. I'll try to get it right on that edge, right there, and then just lay it down. Once I lay that down, you're going to smooth out all the edges as much as you can. Get any air bubbles out completely. No water's going to get in that hole. I should have put some foam in there, but I don't have any foam, just to be honest. I'm not going to rip some foam from somewhere else just to stuff it in there. But yeah, that's pretty much all you got to do. No water's going to be able to get in there now and soak up. There's another hole right here. I'll rip off a little piece and I'll put a little piece right there. Just pretty much patch up anywhere where water would be able to leak in before you put the carpet in. And make sure 100% that you dry this carpet out completely, even if you have to let it sit out for 3 or 4 days. It makes no sense going through all this work only for your carpet to still be damp when you put it in. Think about putting a damp rag in the hamper, leaving it there for months. It's going to stink after a while, so your carpet's going to start smelling bad. You got to dry this out, air it out, look at the steps I showed you before, and then this will be one of the last steps before you spray the carpet and put it back in. Okay, now that the underside repair has been completed, the next step would be to inspect the carpet, the side that you see when you're sitting down in the car. So as you can see, it's dirty, so this step would be to clean it completely. Get a shop vac or vacuum cleaner. You're going to want to clean it. You're going to want to inspect for anything. This particular carpet was sprayed black while it was in the vehicle. So usually when you spray a carpet while it's in the vehicle, you don't really get every single piece. Like here by the dead pedals all the way up in the car, when you spray, only got up to that half. In the center console, up under the dashboard area, all that's still gray. So this would be a time to completely spray the carpet black, make it look brand new. So you see here, this area, I can repair this. So it's starting to come off. You know, put some adhesive on the bottom, clean this, spray it black, make it look new. Get up in here, and that way the carpet would be one uniform color, and it would look ready to go inside the car. Okay, so I'll get to that step, and then I'll show you the results. Alright, I'm about to spray the carpet down now. You see I cleaned it up for the most part. Got a lot of the specks of dust that was on it off as best as I could with the shop vac. And then the next step is going to be to get the pretty much the black color back. Since the car is going to go, excuse me, the carpet's going to go back in the car, a lot of this area is going to be covered up by the center console. Some areas up there will be covered up too, so you don't really have to go crazy, but you still want to get it sprayed. It doesn't look right, gray and black. So I just want to, you know, see some of these light areas overuse some time. Discoloration, that's from the water damage and stuff. Just want to spray some of that, get it black again, make my repair over there. And then here, like I said, for the most part, you want to just be in a ventilated area when you're doing this. Don't do it indoors. So I'm outside about to spray this down, and I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so that concludes the repair of the flooded carpet. So the steps were get the carpet out as best as you can, wring it dry if possible, using a carpet extractor if you have one. If you don't, use a shop vac, a wet vac, to get most of the water out. Next thing you want to do is let it air dry as long as it takes, maybe a day or two, 3 days. This one sat out for 3 days. While you're doing that, you can get a heat gun out, start drying the areas, make the repairs on the back side with some Flex Seal tape is what I use to seal up the cracks and holes. Then on the reverse side, look for any damage, repair any damage that you can. On the front side, clean it, spray it down. Now it's as good as new. It looks better in my light than it does in this camera light, but it's pretty decent. Once it gets in the car, remember also the seats are going to be there. You're going to have a center console. That area, the footwell area, is going to be all tucked under the dashboard, so it's going to look really dark in the car. So this carpet, any light areas that you see, the seats will be there, so it's going to look really good in the car. As one bonus step, you don't have to do it, but I'll do it just for me. I'll spray the whole carpet down with some Febreze. Just go all on the carpet, make it smell nice and good, and then I'll put it in the car. So I'll throw this in the car tomorrow. It's already late today. And yeah, that concludes the repaired carpet. Saved me a ton of money on this job because a new carpet would have been about $600. A shop would have charged you for the repair of the damn carpet. You might as well just get a new one, but then you have to get it installed. So either way, removal, installation of a new or the repair of the old carpet is going to be in the area of $1,200 to $1,500 installed. And I don't have that kind of money to throw away. I'm not going to throw away my carpet. So now I got a carpet just as good as new, and that's a DIY project on Project Beamers. See you in the next videos.